Okay, hi everybody. I'm absolutely delighted to be here today. It is a privilege. This is a very significant project for us at the Tourist Board. It's one of the 5 signature projects that we've put a huge amount of money into, so I am very privileged to be standing almost on the staircase that everybody else wants to stand on and speak to you. Appreciate you've had a long day, so I'm going to maybe go through what I have here as quickly as possible. I know today's conference is about a celebration of digital skills and best practice. So also within that context, it is, I'm really delighted that we have been invited to speak to you as the Tourist Board in terms of what we've been doing in our digital marketing strategy. And I just want to give you a flavour of some of the projects that we've implemented today. Some of them you may already be slightly familiar with, but hopefully after I've finished you'll get a better understanding of how everything that you see actually fits together within our kind of integrated marketing strategy. Specifically, I also want to look at the role that tourism has in driving economic growth in Northern Ireland, and in the context of that, how we've used digital marketing to inform and influence our visitors. And then finally, as I've said, I want to share with you some case studies, profiling some of the campaigns we've undertaken, and I suppose most importantly, what have the results been and what have we learnt? So hopefully you'll be able to take something away from that today. At the Tourist Board, we have a dual role. I'm just going to do a wee bit of context, if you don't mind, at the beginning. We're responsible for the development of the visitor experience here in Northern Ireland. We invest in the infrastructure and we create things for visitors to see and do, things like our creating major events and things around that. Our other key responsibility then is marketing. And we market Northern Ireland on the island of Ireland, so to our domestic population and to the Republic of Ireland. We then work in partnership with Tourism Ireland, who are the marketing agency responsible for marketing the island of Ireland in Great Britain and overseas. It's a wee bit complicated, but hopefully it'll make sense to you as we go through. So firstly then, tourism's role within the economy here in Northern Ireland. I guess tourism has traditionally been seen as something that's very much within the margins of the economy here in Northern Ireland, but historically, but increasingly over recent years, and now the Northern Ireland Government really do recognise it as a sector that can drive economic growth into the future. But tourism is not just about increasing the number of people that come here and more importantly what they spend. Tourism is also Northern Ireland's window on the world. It is an opportunity to reposition Northern Ireland not just as somewhere to come on holiday, but as a positive place to live, to work, to study and to invest. The sector at the moment is worth almost 700 million direct into the economy in Northern Ireland, and when you add in the indirect benefits, it actually amounts to almost 1.5 billion. That's 4.9% of GDP, which as a comparator, that's probably almost greater than agriculture now. It supports 40,000 jobs, and the ambition is that by the year 2020, tourism will actually be worth over $1 billion to the economy, supporting 50,000 jobs. So we have an important role within that context to make sure that we drive that economic growth. Since 2007, investment in tourism has increased significantly. In the 3 years leading up to 2007, we had 4.5 million over 3 years to invest within the infrastructure. That rose to over 300 million by the end of 2011. And it includes funding for projects like this, as well as the new visitor centre at the Causeway. We've got the MAC and the Lyric in Belfast, but also restoration and investment in our built heritage, the restoration of the walls in Derry and some of the major buildings, as well as regeneration in towns and cities across Northern Ireland. With all that investment coming on stream at the end of 2011, we had a number of significant anniversaries and events last year, such as the Titanic Centenary, the Olympics, the opening of the new Giant's Causeway Visitor Centre. 2012 really was a tipping point for tourism in Northern Ireland. It was a unique opportunity for us to show the world that we were confidently moving on, and to create new and iconic images for this place within the minds of visitors and potential visitors around the world. Under the banner, Our Time, Our Place, a year-round programme of world-class events was put in place to help tell our story and firmly position Northern Ireland as a leading short break destination. I suppose 2012 also marked a tipping point for the Northern Ireland Tourist Board in terms of its use of social and digital media, which brings me to why I'm here today. And building on the success of our consumer website, discovernorthernireland.com, for the first time, we really fully embraced social media. We created a dedicated social and digital marketing team, and that really helped us to, for the first time, have a fully integrated marketing strategy. At the heart of our organisation, we really do want to deliver this integrated marketing communications that will encourage people to visit Northern Ireland. And as I've said, our focus is on the island of Ireland markets, and our objectives therefore are around changing perceptions, driving visitor numbers and ultimately increasing economic return. Closely aligned with our corporate marketing strategy, digital is an integral part of it. And we have an insights-led strategy, and it has three key aims. It's about awareness, traffic and engagement. It's about generating awareness of all of the things there is to see and do and what we have on offer. It's about driving traffic to our website, and then it's about facilitating meaningful engagement and really talking to our target markets to help change how they feel about this place. So, how do we achieve this through the customer journey? Research has shown that consumers go through 5 distinct stages when considering or planning a holiday or short break. They dream, they plan, they then book, they experience, and then ultimately they share that. As a tourist board, we have to be able to influence and inform our visitors at each stage of that process through targeted communications both online and offline. By successfully combining all of that activity, we can move visitors through the process by providing relevant information for them at each stage, making it as easy as possible for them to enjoy a short break in Northern Ireland. And I suppose digital media within that context plays a really, really important role, because research demonstrates that almost 9 out of 10 travel purchases are influenced by digital channels, even if the final purchase isn't made online. So what exactly does digital mean for us at NITB? Every digital project that we plan aims to create increased awareness and provide information that addresses specific needs of our target markets and ultimately encourages them to travel to Northern Ireland. Our activity spans across all of these different areas. I'm just going to take you through each of them in turn. So starting with our website, this is central to all of our marketing. Is the discovernorthernireland.com website, and we've invested a lot over the years in the development of that website. It is the main call to action for all of our above and below the line campaigns, and is a dedicated hub for all of the information we have on accommodation, events, as well as special offers, plus lots of layered and detailed information about the destination. It's also home to Interact. That's a content portal where users can read the latest blogs, plan trips, play games, watch videos, and also enter competitions. In the year from April 2012, because as a government-funded body we count everything in years that run from April to March, we attracted 3.2 million visitors to our website, and they were primarily drawn from Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland and the UK. From a social media perspective, we have significantly increased our footprint over the last 2 years. It's always very, very closely aligned to what we're doing above and below the line in terms of marketing, but it provides a much deeper content which is of interest to our visitors. We've used audience profiling and the development of user personas for each of the main channels, and as a result we've built a very large and active following in Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest and Instagram. Our Facebook page, which we set up towards the end of 2011, now has over 80,000 followers, and our Twitter account has almost 20,000 followers. We are also prolific bloggers, and we publish content that is aligned to all of our target markets, including information about everything we have to offer, from activities to music, literature, sport, history, etc., etc., etc. From an email marketing perspective, we make sure we're delivering our multi-channel marketing, and we use targeted email as an integral part of all of our campaigns. And over the last 2 years, we've grown our databases through increasingly sophisticated and innovative tactics that we've employed, and some of them I'm just going to share with you shortly through our case studies. From a From a digital marketing perspective, we use targeted display advertising, and it is also a crucial element of our mix. It helps to extend the reach and impact of all of our marketing campaigns. And finally then, from search marketing perspective, we use search engine optimization and targeted pay-per-click advertising to cost-effectively drive traffic to our consumer website and social media channels. And in doing so, we're then able to provide our potential visitors with all of the information and resources they need to plan their trip to Northern Ireland. So a very integrated marketing communication strategy where digital has a key element and plays a key role at every step along the way. So that's kind of the theory bit. Now I want to talk about some of our recent digital projects and how successful they've actually been in delivering their objectives. First one I'm going to talk about is pick and mix. Our research consistently shows us that the biggest hurdles we have to attracting visitors from particularly the Republic of Ireland, but to a lesser extent Northern Ireland as well, is a real lack of awareness about what we have to offer. So despite the fact that we've had significant investment across our sector that I've already talked about, the perception remains that Northern Ireland really lacks good quality accommodation, that there's nothing to do and there's nowhere to go. So tactical shopping centre activity in the past has showed us that that's always been really effective in terms of addressing perceptions. So in February 2012, we unveiled Pick and Mix. It was an iPad application that allowed shoppers to build their own short break, and they would be entered into a competition to win that short break that they had picked. It showcased the very best of what Northern Ireland has to offer in an intuitive format, and it gave our staff that were there a very valuable opportunity to direct and engage directly with potential visitors. The competition also enabled us to build a substantial database of email addresses, which would form the basis of all of our future marketing activity. Over a 6-week period, the Pick and Mix team visited 10 shopping centres across the island of Ireland. During that time, over 3,000 users created bespoke short break itineraries, and the majority registering to receive emails about short breaks in Northern Ireland. And as I've said, the team on the ground, they also got really valuable insights into the types of activities that appealed most to people and who were interested in coming in short breaks to Northern Ireland. These insights are then fed back into our marketing and content strategies, allowing us to elevate the prominence of certain content on our website and develop blog and video content aligned to those types of experiences. The second project I just want to mention is MyNI. We've known for a long time that we are a really beautiful region. All of us that live here know that. So earlier this year, we developed a digital campaign to encourage people to explore Northern Ireland and submit their photographs that showcased our most famous landmarks, hidden gems and places to stay. That campaign aimed to encourage direct engagement with the Discover NI brand. It gathered photos that could be used in future campaigns, and again, it built a database of email subscribers. We worked with the University of Ulster to develop this web-based game, which was MyNI, and essentially it was a photography competition. It was a platform for the completion of tasks where players could earn points and win prizes by sharing their photos with others. The points available for the different tasks were weighted according to difficulty of the task and the location where the photographs were taken. And we launched it at the end of March 2013 with an email to subscribers on our database, supported by promoted posts and display advertising to engage the online community. Bloggers were made aware of the competition and they were encouraged to participate, but also to use and share with their followers through social media. The MyNI competition, it successfully captured the interest of people across Northern Ireland. It had 1,782 unique players. They contributed almost 2,000 photographs during a 1-month period. Our email database grew by 1,200 addresses, while the campaign generated PR coverage to the value of £12,000. It was also successful in helping us to build a sizable library of relevant photography that we can use in the future. By putting user-generated content at the centre of our campaign, we successfully engaged our social and digital audiences, turning them into powerful brand ambassadors and giving them an opportunity to share what they love about Northern Ireland. The next project I just want to touch on is golf. I'm sure you're all aware the Irish Open returned to the north of Ireland last year after almost 60 years. It was part of the NI 2012 Our Time, Our Place series of major events. We also have, and are lucky to have, a number of very high-profile golfers, and they are increasingly shining a light on our golf product and our golf offering. So using last year's event as a platform, we launched the Made for Golf campaign to showcase the range of world-class courses and facilities available in Northern Ireland. Digital media was absolutely central to that, and one of our golfers, Gareth Mabin, was enlisted to take part in what we called the impossible shot. It was an ambitious attempt to hit a golf ball onto a green inside Donnelly's Castle from a floating pontoon in open water. So, if the technology works, let's have a look and see how he got on. wasn't very well that day. Of course he did it. This video was published on our YouTube channel and promoted via our Facebook page and our Twitter profile. It was supported by Facebook and Twitter advertising and an email to relevant subscribers and targeted digital display advertising. Recognising the growing importance of gamification as part of our digital marketing mix, the video linked to a Facebook application and an online game which encouraged users to try and recreate the impossible shot to win a 4-ball with Gareth Mabin. As well as acting as a data capture mechanism, the video and game reinforced the core messages of the campaign by helping players to link back to discovernorthernireland.com and find out really more about our golf product and what we had to offer. The Impossible Shot video to date has been viewed more than 40,000 times on our YouTube channel and generated over 1.3 million impressions across social media channels. By using the video as a mechanism for driving traffic to our website, we're able to provide users with in-depth information about the range of golf courses available in Northern Ireland, plus downloadable brochures and itineraries. Also, in a broader sense, it successfully showcased the breathtaking scenery of the Causeway Coast and Dunluce Castle and provided opportunities for our visitors to find out more about these iconic locations. The Impossible Shot game was played over 2,000 times, reinforcing the core messages of the campaign and generating 300 email addresses that will be used as part of our future marketing campaigns. Pick a pair then. While most of the initiatives that we'd carried out had been successful in growing our social audience, what we noticed was that actually the figures for Northern Ireland heavily outweighed those for the Republic of Ireland market. So Pick a Pair was what we tried to do to address that. It's a social... And the objective of it overall was to improve the ratio of Republic of Ireland to Northern Ireland fans. It was a Facebook game based on a simple card game pairs, and due to the high penetration of mobile device use for social networks, it was absolutely crucial that the app was mobile responsive, with the nature of the game lending itself ideally to mobile devices. So you decide what type of holiday you want, and then you are encouraged to play the game. To ensure that the Facebook activation would be successful in increasing the number of social media followers from the Republic of Ireland, we developed strategic partnerships with relevant online brands already well established in these markets. We used Facebook and Twitter advertising projects to promote the game, complemented by coverage on our promoting partners' Facebook pages and websites, and all of the promotional material was geo-targeted to the Republic of Ireland. Prior to the launch of the initiative, about 16,000 of our Facebook fans were from the Republic of Ireland. By the completion of the campaign, this figure had risen to over 22,000, so it was obviously achieved its objectives. The game was played almost 30,000 times, resulting in 13,000 new social media subscribers across Facebook and Twitter, and 3,000 additions to the consumer email database. Furthermore, by embedding the links back to Discover Northern Ireland, as we do through everything that we do, it helped to increase awareness about the wide variety of things that we have on offer in Northern Ireland. On to perhaps then what has been one of our most successful initiatives so far. For us, 2012 was a year like no other. Northern Ireland had played host to a series of world-class events, sending out a really strong and clear message that we had changed. As the year drew to a close, we launched the Fly Your Family Home for Christmas campaign to bring a Northern Ireland family who now live abroad back home for Christmas holidays. The plan was devised so that we could document the family's homecoming and produce a piece of video that would subtly promote Northern Ireland as a short break destination. The family arrived from America into the George Brest City Airport on the morning of Sunday, the 8th of December, to be reunited with their family. And this is what happened. Have you got sound, Andy? If I could sing, I would sing for you. They're singing, "Joy to the world." My husband will be mortified. Doesn't let me do karaoke. Anyway, I will, you see? You need to go and watch it. In fact, wait till Christmas to watch it. It'll make you cry many times. It made me cry. It is a lovely video. And we launched it on Thursday, the 22nd of December. We published it on our YouTube channel, Facebook page, and our Twitter profile. Key online influencers in Northern Ireland, including local personalities, the media outlets, and high-profile bloggers, they were all given exclusive access to the video. And we had targeted Facebook advertising implemented with the aim of keeping the video firmly in spotlight. Within a matter of minutes, the video had received in excess of 5,000 views across our social media channels. Within 24 hours, it had gone truly viral, with thousands of views, shares, likes, and comments across YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. BBC Northern Ireland featured the video on the homepage of their website and screened it during their evening news bulletin. The video featured as one of the top trending and most popular videos on the YouTube UK homepage in the run-up to Christmas 2012, and it received endorsement after endorsement from reputable opinion formers and influential bloggers. It's something we're quite proud of. And this actually was at the same time as the image of Northern Ireland was being tarnished by protesters in our streets, and the video became a real focal point for all that was good about Northern Ireland, capturing the attention of people around the world and sending out a positive message. At the last count, the Christmas flash mob video had received 237,000 views, generating thousands of positive comments and almost 25,000 in associated PR coverage. It was shared 12,000 times through our Facebook page, receiving 10,000 likes and generating almost 2,000 positive comments from viewers around the world. Finally then, I'd just like to mention the Game of Thrones. This is currently one of the world's most successful TV programmes, and its filming base is in Northern Ireland. Its followers are fanatics, and they are very heavy digital and social media users. In June this year, here in Titanic Belfast, they hosted a major Game of Thrones exhibition. And this created a real opportunity for us to cement Northern Ireland's position as the home of the Game of Thrones. So we developed a bespoke Game of Thrones website earlier this year. We collaborated with partners. Our key partners were NI Screen and HBO, and we created a portal providing users with information about the exhibition, ticket updates, downloadable itineraries, and etc. and more and more. Users could view exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, scroll galleries of images, and enter an exclusive competition to win a VIP Game of Thrones experience, including access to the set, a meet and greet with cast, and pre-entry to the exhibition. The website also showcased all of the various locations in Northern Ireland where the Game of Thrones is filmed, using an interactive map to provide fans with the relevant information, including short break suggestions and relevant itineraries. Users could also access additional information on activities, attractions and events that they could enjoy while they were in Northern Ireland, along with information on where to stay. When the portal was launched, an email containing ticket information was sent to 10,000 people who had entered the competition. This was supported by social media posts on Facebook and Twitter over the following days. The result was that when the tickets for Game of Thrones were released, 13,500 were snapped up in an absolute record time. Crucially, the out-of-state distribution accounted for nearly 30% of tickets. And it really illustrated the reach of the digital campaign, so it had really gone beyond Island of Ireland. Over 18,000 people attended the exhibition here at Titanic Belfast, and it generated £675,000 worth of PR coverage through several high-profile international pieces, Sky News, BBC, New York Times and The Guardian. Throughout the exhibition, the website acted as an always-on resource, and it had almost 115,000 unique visitors. Visitors were also able to create their own content with user-generated photographs, blogs and tweets about the exhibition that we were then able to share out through our social media channels. So, wrapping up then, the important bit, the results. Social and digital media is now very firmly ingrained as a central element of our marketing strategy. Our increased interaction with our target markets has had numerous benefits, such as increased website traffic and greater levels of brand awareness. Following that year of very concerted activity, we've achieved 1.7 million social engagements, such as likes, comments, shares, retweets, etc., etc., etc. We've seen a phenomenal 124% growth in our social audiences, with a social and digital media reach of 7.5 million being achieved. Our website and social traffic has grown by 11% to 3.2 million last year, as we continue to deepen our engagement with target markets across multiple online channels. And we've also laid the foundations for future email marketing activity by building a database of over 20,000 subscribers. Finally then, what have we learnt? And I know a couple of people before me talked about this. It's absolutely essential to know your audience. Social media gives you very direct interaction with your audience, so it's absolutely essential to talk to them about topics that are of relevance and interest to them. All our digital activity, like all of our marketing activity, is based on substantial research into our visitors, and it's all subject to very thorough return on the investment analysis to evaluate the most effective activity for achieving all of the objectives we seek to achieve. So we are constantly researching, analysing, evaluating and revamping what it is that we do. We always keep our end goals in mind, and they are always about driving traffic to our website and increasing our levels of user engagement across all points of potential online interaction. Finally, our digital activity is never ever in isolation. It is always part of an integrated strategy across all of our marketing channels, which is what we believe is absolutely essential to have a joined up, coordinated message. So the internet really has forever changed the way visitors will research, experience and share their holidays. In an increasingly competitive global tourism market, we have to continue as a tourist board to lead the way in our adoption and use of digital media and promoting Northern Ireland as a tourist destination to visitors from across the island of Ireland and beyond. Our journey continues at discovernorthernireland.com, so please join us, and thank you very much for listening to me.